Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our video chronicle, Coastal Voices, a day in the life. Today we are featuring a conversation with my classmates, Juliana from Pueblo Nuevo and Clairette from Caucasia, and myself, Gabriela from Planeta Rica. Our goal is to explore our daily lives and cultural identities using key English grammar, the present simple for our routines, and the present continuous for our current activities. We will discover how our regional backgrounds influence our communications and studies. Let's begin the interview. Okay. Could you describe your typical weekday study routine? What specific grammar concept are you actively review right now to improve your proficiency, Juliana?
I usually wake up around 6 a.m. and immediately start reading an article in French while I drink my coffee and attend classes until noon. Right now, I am actively review the use of phrasal verbs in English because they are highly contextual and crucial for fluent speaking.
Claret.
My running is added to the heap of Caucasia. Some I am studying in short, intense verbs, no long session. I only made sure to finish my major assigned by a epidemic right now. I am focusing heavily on the difference between the Spanish, saying and start from teaching practical. Um, I am using at the learn Korean vocabulary every morning.
Okay. What traditional or regional breakfast dish do you eat most often? How does this dish reflect the culture and agricultural context of your town, Juliana?
Um, in Pueblo Nuevo, my breakfast usually is a bollo limpio with queso costeño. This dish reflects our agriculture history, as the bollo is made from locally grown corn, and the cheese comes from newly carried farms. The custom shows that we value local, fresh produce and simple living.
Okay, Claret.
My favorite beverage is arepa with carne mechada. The key difference is that we usually share this meal with extended family. The beef demonstrates the strong influence of lacy industry around the area. It is a filling meal that gives all the energy we need to face the intense heat.
Very good. What free time activity are you currently using to improve your foreign language listening skills? What do you usually do on the weekend to relax after a tough week?
Right now, I am watching French film without subtitles. On the weekends, I usually go to a small coffee in Pueblo Nuevo with my sister. I am never study on Saturday afternoon. I believe relaxation is essential for my brain to process the new vocabulary I am learning.
To improve my listening, I am listening to English podcast about global politics while I am doing my chore. When the weekend comes, I'm willing to big activity. I usually go swimming in the Cienega near Saucaso. Or I play soccer with my cousins. This activity disconnecting my from the academic world and connected me to my roots.
Okay. Imagine you're giving directions to a new student. How do you clearly explain how to head from the main entrance of your university to your favorite classroom?
Um, when you enter the university through the main gate, you must turn right immediately. You walk straight past the administration building, then you turn left at the big statue. The translation lab is directly across from the library. You take the stairs and the lab is the second door on the left.
Okay.
From the main entrance, you go straight down the main path until you reach the food court. You pass the food court and turn around at the cloud store. The language department building. My class is room identified. You would have flying of Esther, and the classroom is next to the professors of.
Okay. What is one unique local word or phrase from your town that you use a lot? And what does it mean? How does using it shape your daily communication?
Where a common phrase in Puerto is que vaina, which literally means what a thing. But we used to express anything from meal and onions. This phrase shapes my communication because it allows me to express complex emotion quickly and informatively.
Okay.
In Caucasian, we frequently say eche. This is a simple instruction. The millions something like hey or wow. The strong could strengthen reflecting the duration and function. Communication style of your region.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Um, next thing, what major cultural difference do you notice between your hometown and other regions of Colombia regarding daily interactions? How does this affect your identity as a language student?
Okay. I noticed that people in Planeta Rica are extremely social and loud. We talk very openly, often use physical contact. This affects my identity because I need to moderate my expressive style when I speak to people from other cultures. It teaches me about cultural empathy.
Okay, right it.
The main difference I see is that in Caucasia, life often revolves around shared community spaces. This makes our communication highly informal and collaborative. Default might be to be a very communicate language student. I try to use you use social energy to organize student group.
Okay. What is a specific temporary project that you are actively working on this month to advance your language teaching skill?
This month, I am creating a detailed lessons plan for teaching the future tense in English through a cooking class simulation. This temporary project is helping me connect my linguistic knowledge with a practical languaging methodology.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
I am building a digital portfolio of authentic cultural material for teaching Spanish as foreign links. As a foreign English, I am translator some of literature right now. And I am learning about corporative law, educational youth.
Okay. Um, how do you usually balance your intensive language study with essential daily responsibilities like church, exercise, or family duties? Gabriela?
I use time blocking techniques. I do all my chores right after lunch, which takes about 30 minutes. My family expects me to help with dinner preparations, so I use that time to practice casual conversation in English with my siblings.
Okay. Right.
My strategy is to more than with my responsibility.
Mm,
For example, I also listen to a language podcast while I'm washing the dishes. I also schedule my exercise, running every day at 5 p.m., which is no negotiable.
okay. Um, if you were given a cultural tour of your hometown, where would you take me and what historical fact will you share about that place?
I would take you to the Monumento del Ganadero. The historical fact is that Planeta Rica was founded largely because of the Steinbeck cattle industry. The monument represents the hard work and resilience of the community.
Okay.
Okay. I would definitely tell you the Bajo Cauca Museum. A key fact is that Caucasia was historically ancient for gold mining, which created a mix of culture from different parts of Colombia. This story explains why population day today is so diverse.
Okay. So good. Um, when you are feeling less motivated, what is the first thing you usually do to recharge and refocus on your language work?
When motivation drops, I immediately stop studying. I listen to vallenato. I call a friend. I have learned that recharging with something familiar and cultural is the fastest way to head back to my books.
Okay. The first things I do is watch video of people speaking the language. I am learning very fluently. This reminds me of my anger. I also sometimes go for a long walk near the river. Okay,
Okay.
I what is one straw habit or rule that your family practice? How do you train that a specific routine influences your discipline and success in language learning?
Okay. My family always eats lunch together, no exceptions. This strong habit is self-discipline, which is crucial for my language learning. I can organize my study or more regularly. This routine teach me commitment.
Okay, we always say good morning or good evening to every single person we see in the house. This rule fosters respect and attention to detail. This focus on detail is extremely helpful in language where small nuances change the entire meaning.
Nice.
Okay.
What is one outdoor free time activity that you always do to escape the heat and connect with the natural environment of your region?
Okay. Um, to escape the head of Pueblo Nuevo, I usually go to an RV stream. I swim, I listen to music, I reading much. But there with my younger cousin, I don't take my phone. So I focus completely on the water and nature.
I often visit the local Ciénaga with my neighbors. On Sunday afternoons, we watch the water birds. I often take my English grammar book with my and I review my lessons while I am enjoying the cool breeze.
Okay. What is one thing you are intentionally not doing right now compared to last semester to be a more efficient language student?
And last semester, I was spending too much time on passive learning. This semester, I am not spending more than 30 minutes or ready theory. Instead, I am focusing my time on activity output. I am practicing shadowing. I am reading short insights every day.
Before, I was training to learn three different languages at once. Right now, I am not training to study French at all. I am dedicating 100% of my study time to English and German.
Right. How do the local tradition in your city influence the way people from your region use Spanish? And what have you learning about language now from this?
The Festival del Acordeón often uses very described and poetic language. This influences our Spanish by making it more expressive. This teaches me about linguistic nuances. It is now enough to just know the words. You must understand the cultural context.
The agricultural fairs and cattle index are hoodie. The Spanish is very direct, pragmatic, and sometimes full of specific local terminology. This shows me that language Chinese based on the setting. I use formal Spanish for a presentation, but highly technical language when I am talking about the market.
Okay. If I were at nearby intersection, how would you direct me to the most faithful place in your time where you go to sing or study?
I will direct you to the Old Catholic Library. The ready room is in the back. That room is always cute. I always go there because the historical atmosphere helps me feel focused and relaxed.
The most peaceful place is the Mirador. The pass goes up the hill. The Mirador is a small open platform where you can see the entire city. I always go there in the evenings because the view gives me perspective and calms my mind. Thank you.
Okay, reflection. We have reached the end of our chronicles, and this process was highly effective and deeply insightful. We are concluding that linguistic interaction is fundamentally tied to our cultural identities. Our interviews show that our daily routines, like the traditional breakfast and local habits, are not random. They are shaped by agriculture background of Pueblo Nuevo and Planeta Rica and the communal lifestyle of Caucasia. Furthermore, we observe that the use of tenses, like the present simple to discuss fixed routines, and the present continuous to describe our current, evolving story goals, help us categorize and convey our realities effectively, and foreign language. As future foreign language teachers, we understand that true proficiency comes from accepting that our native language and our culture are not barriers, but resources they provide the nuances and context necessary for intercultural communication. This experience has promoted our open, mindedness, and deepened our appreciation for the linguistic diversity with our own country. Thank you for joining our conversation.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Goodbye. See you soon.
Bye bye.